The Cybertruck is made up of 3 different pieces. We have an aluminum casting in the front, we have a center section here made up of ultra high strength steel, you can see that it's magnetic, and on the back side we have another casting in the rear. And obviously the rear casting is what we're going to be focusing on today. If the Cybertruck has a rear end collision, there are some pretty nifty lines in the casting where we can just cut it off and replace the back end without having to remove the rear drive motor or the battery. And there's another line right here in the center where if there's a side impact on either side, we can just replace half of the casting still without needing to remove all of the major components inside, which helps save time and money. The interesting part of all these repairs is that nothing we're doing here is secret. Everything is actually publicly available and detailed out on Tesla's website, which is something I've given them credit for in the past. The repair guides that Tesla has are probably the best in the industry. Now that we have the holes marked for the rivets, we can start adding the adhesive to the cast aluminum frame. The long nozzle makes sure that both parts of the adhesive gets mixed equally as they're squeezed from the tube. And there are some pretty strict instructions for how this adhesive gets applied. First, we coat the entire area once with a layer of the adhesive and brush it out evenly over both surfaces. Then we can add a second, thicker layer on top of the glue we just spread out, so there's plenty of glue to squish out of the edges. The structural adhesive can be stronger in some cases than even welding, especially since glue can cover more surface area than spot welds or rivets. Tesla's goal here is to return my Cybertruck to manufacturer specifications, and since we are using about 20 times more of that structural adhesive than it would take to hang the Cybertruck from a crane, the numbers do check out on paper. After we finished gluing and riveting the frame rail sections, we did let the structural adhesive cure for 24 hours before coming back and installing the steel receiver hitch. The trailer hitch bolts directly to the rear casting and also connects directly to the bumper energy absorbers. These creatively designed pieces of aluminum are actually pretty fascinating. For a small fender bender, we don't immediately have to start chopping apart the rear casting. There's a piece right here near the rear bumper where the aluminum is designed with ripples in it to absorb the impact. It's an energy absorber that's part of the rear crumple zone and is bolted onto the rear casting, which makes replacing far easier. The Easter egg right here with the Cybertruck and the Cyber hammer stamped onto the backside. Thanks to this sectioning procedure, I was pleasantly surprised to learn that my poor decision making didn't total out the truck. And the final repair cost came out to $13,994. And it took Tesla less than a week to do the actual repair and get me back on the road.